And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the room, saying select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boot Sports, and we are here with our 38th episode.
Mr. Bloody Sock himself.
Yeah.
Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling.
The sword man, Guillermo Heredia as well.
The heart and soul of the Braves right there.
Indeed.
I mean, Kwame Brown with Detroit Pistons we have to mention,
That's
right?
Immediately what you think of
I mean,
when you hear 38.
What popped in my head first?
Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of athletes that wear 38. That's a bit of a struggle there. We're
Hey,
getting into the weird numbers.
At least we got a Red Sox in there.
guys, that was Ty's number in high school. All right, let's don't we'll make fun of that.
Is Ty unmuted?
No, he was muted right
There we go.
Talk again, Ty?
It's a great number.
Yeah. 38, so that means you're a running back, huh?
Fullback.
Okay.
Middle linebacker.
So tonight we're gonna do a little NBA talk. There was a big trade that went down the other night, and then we're gonna talk about college football. We're finally back. We had some good games Thursday.
Great
games.
Yeah,
Thursday.
great games Thursday.
The
Had
backyard
a game
brawl.
Friday. Saturday was full of action. Ty was really in on that one, I know.
Can I fuss at college football for just a little bit?
Yeah.
You don't have NFL this weekend. Why the crap we don't have games this afternoon?
Yeah.
Why would you put all those good games all up against each other?
Yeah.
Like you had Arkansas, Cincinnati, and Georgia and Oregon. Why wouldn't you same time slot? Why wouldn't you have one this
And
afternoon
UTSA
leading
Houston,
up
too.
to the LSU Florida State game?
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing on this afternoon at all. I mean, it would have been a perfect
it
time.
don't even have to be a top-ranked team.
Just a ball game.
Football would get views.
I mean, there was one. Dion would be mad at us. Jackson State and Florida A&M was on, but
I saw the quarterback. His son threw for like 5 touchdowns and 330 or something.
Look, if you had college football today, you would have to compete with the WNBA.
Oh,
Hey,
that's true. That's true.
Playoffs.
That's
Go
right.
Aces, baby.
Wow, I forgot all
Aces.
about that.
That's true.
Huh.
And then they had amateur bowling on CBS Sports. You had that too.
What was
Did you
the money
bet
line on
Did you
that?
bet on that? That's the question. Did you bet on that?
Hey, was it women's or men's?
It was
Mixed doubles.
Okay, wow.
Yep.
I bet that money line was hard on that one then, huh?
Yeah,
tough.
so the Aces took down the Storm 110-98 in overtime.
We are not
and
a
the
WNBA
Chicago Sky
podcast.
scored 76 over
I
the
will walk
Sun.
out right now.
Hey, I had a future on the
and
sky.
hey,
Sue Bird is in year 18th, and she's still
Last year,
killing
though,
it.
ain't it? Ain't this her
Yeah,
last year?
Last year.
Yeah, but the Aces, they got Aja
Her and
Wilson.
Rapinoe
She's
are
the
gonna
best.
Ride off into the sunset. On
and
the
I'll
unicorn.
even say tomorrow. You got a Clemson, Georgia Tech game tomorrow. Give me one tomorrow afternoon leading into that.
I mean, like,
People-
North Carolina, Appalachian State, we could all watch that and
yes,
have a great time.
absolutely. People are thriving for football right now. Like, give it to us all weekend.
Yeah.
What's the point of starting this weekend if you're not going to have it all weekend?
And it's
Exactly.
a holiday weekend.
It's a
People
holiday
are off.
weekend. They're off.
No
they're
reason there shouldn't
they're
be a
wanting
day
a
full of games
reason to
tomorrow.
eat and drink this weekend.
Drinking beer and grilling.
Why couldn't you put the Georgia-Oregon game Monday night?
And put a
I guess
Clemson-
it's just
and
network
more
put a
attractive
contracts.
than the Clemson
and put a
Georgia Tech
Clemson
game.
Georgia Tech leading up
I
to
think
that.
I think that game might not be that bad, though.
Well,
Clemson,
it's not
Georgia
going to be
Tech.
terrible, but I
Yeah,
don't want
but-
it in my primetime Monday night
When
slot.
when I think of college football, I don't really think of Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
You know,
Thank God they're not
Oregon
running the
and
triple
Georgia have been
option
good.
anymore. But I
Okay,
mean,
real quick, name the most famous football player from Georgia
Calvin
Tech.
Calvin
Johnson.
Johnson.
Good job.
Second one. Oh my gosh, guys, don't embarrass me like this. Marius Thomas.
I don't know.
Hey,
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Who?
Marius Thomas.
Oh.
He was
Oh,
right.
yeah.
He,
Oh,
he
yeah.
followed.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
followed up Calvin Johnson.
That's right.
He was-
I forgot about that.
He started in his spot when Calvin left. Yeah.
How'd he die?
Caesars.
Yeah,
Caesars,
something like
that's
that.
right. That's right.
So before we go too much in
Golly.
college football, let's talk NBA for just a little bit. But we're gonna bring up the Donovan Mitchell trade. It happened, I think, right after we got off air Wednesday night, or was it Thursday morning, something like that. But you saw the Cavaliers kind of come out of nowhere.
Good for them, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, they're immediately a contender for the East. For the East.
Yeah, I think they're
1 game back. Baby.
They're right behind that top 3 in the East.
You know, well, they made the playoffs this past year, and
Yeah.
it
And
made them so much
like
better.
a year before.
Didn't
should have.
Didn't Garland come back for that play-in game? Right.
I think so.
Yeah.
He did.
Well, they got a great point guard there.
Yeah.
They got a lot of size,
And that's
and
what
then you
made
add
Colin
him.
Sexton like expendable almost. Cause
Yeah,
of how
Garland took that
played.
step. So
You know,
the
and
trade
Sexton never got better.
The
basically.
trade was Colin Sexton, who was a sign and trade. He hadn't even been signed yet. So yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. So sign and trade.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
Man, if you're a Jazz fan, like
Yes.
I would sell my crap. I mean, because 2 years ago, you're in the mix,
Yeah.
and now
Like 2 years ago, you were a serious
I
contender.
mean, in the bubble, they were
Yeah.
really, really
I don't.
good.
I would be, man. I would be so pissed if I was a
and
Jazz
you just
fan.
punt that quickly.
Yeah.
You know that doesn't make any sense.
But I think
I'm not mad
deep,
at it.
deep down, they all
I'm not mad either. But
deep down
I
they
wouldn't be if I was
deep
a
down
Jazz
they
fan.
knew what they were doing.
They actually got a
knew-
big haul for all of that.
Because I don't think Donovan's a true number 1.
Yeah, but you got. I
Neither
mean,
do I, but
you got to hope
still had
and
a
pray
good
that
core.
your front office delivers on all those picks.
Well, Danny Ainge, you got to trust him. I mean,
Yeah.
he's done it.
True.
I mean, you got to trust his method. I
But
mean,
yeah,
Bill-
the
look with
the
Boston.
trade was
It's
Colin
a true
Sexton.
rebuild for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
Colin
yeah.
Sexton, Laurie Markkinen, Ochai Abaji, who was just
Kansas?
Kansas
just a
last
first
year.
round pick for the
Won a
Cavs.
championship last.
Yeah,
beat North Carolina, didn't he?
he did.
Yes,
yeah.
he did.
Who did North Carolina beat to get there?
I forgot.
It
Oh,
don't matter.
Baylor.
They lost the last
yeah.
game of the season, so it don't matter.
Did they?
By the way,
Did they
guys,
beat
I
Duke?
was at that game.
Did they beat Duke?
You were. You.
Did they? I can't remember.
I
did
just know
they
they
beat
didn't
Duke?
win the national championships. That's all that matters.
Oh, but they made
Continue.
it. Okay.
Yeah, keep
Uh,
going.
Runner up.
3
We're not talking about
unprotected
college
first-round
basketball.
picks, 2025, 2027, 2029, and in between those, 2026 and 2028 pick swaps. So essentially 5 first-round picks, or the better of 5 first-round picks. It's a pretty good haul. Pretty good haul. Colin Sexton's a good player.
I've never been big on NBA first-round picks being traded because the Cavs are about to be a playoff team, so that means their pick is probably be around 20, 21, 22.
Yeah.
That part of the draft, that's like the 4th round of the NFL
Picks are
draft.
so overrated when it comes to these kind of
I
trades.
hate NBA
The
draft
reason why
picks
they're
being
training
so
them
hyped.
is because
Hate
they're
it.
getting a stud, which means they're going to be a top contender in the
Well, I
conference.
think, but
And it immediately diminishes
That's right.
the value of that pick. It's not like
I
the
don't-
NFL.
I don't know about
It ain't like it.
now maybe the 2025 one, but 2029, who knows? Because think about the Lakers.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
The
No.
Lakers.
as a Jazz fan, I'm super excited for 7 years from now.
Now the Pelicans got lucky
Yeah.
on theirs from
That
the Lakers.
sucks,
Yeah.
man.
You know, and they had that bad year, and
Yeah,
But
I mean,
when-
See, you can get lucky
when the
on
when
get
the
an
Lakers
injury,
when the
and get an
Lakers
injury, Cleveland
traded
could- yeah.
traded all their stuff, and now Anthony Davis might not be around with LeBron for too much. That those Lakers picks aren't as valuable or aren't as invaluable as everyone expected. The Pelicans are about to get some really good picks because of what they got for Anthony Davis in 2 years, when the Lakers are a shell of what they are now and what they were 2 years ago. So
Yeah,
I don't think they'll get that good of a pick. In 2 years, they're still going to be relevant.
the Lakers,
Yeah.
it'll be
In two-
top
in-
10. It'll be lottery.
In 2 years.
It'll be a lottery pick.
But when they're
The Lakers are
relevant-
getting better.
I don't think it's going to. Okay, what?
They
you
were
gonna have-
lottery
You're going to
this
have
year.
a 15 to 18 pick probably. They're going to probably make the playoffs still. You're getting 10.
They didn't make it this year.
AD stays
everyone's
healthy.
getting
They're
better.
freaking in.
Yeah, 80 stays healthy.
that's
But
not
I mean-
going to happen.
Yeah, but what they were what, a couple game or two. I mean, they weren't that far off.
No, they were.
And-
No, they were.
Oh, that's right, they were because
Yeah.
of the.
They
yeah,
were
But I mean, I don't get
very-
excited for 12th.
But I'll tell you something.
You get excited for lottery.
the Pelicans have
No.
drafted well in those picks like that. They have really
Look at the
done
lottery in
good.
the last 2 or 3 years and tell me where the excitement's at.
Tyrese Halliburton, Chris Durate, number 13
So
overall.
you're
for the Pacers.
Utah Jazz. You're going to build around him.
Chris Durate, Tyrese Halliburton. He's the franchise cornerstone for the Pacers right now. Chris Durate's right there with him. Chris
Well,
Durate's a really good player.
What are the Pacers going to win? Exactly.
It's a good player. It's a good player.
If you don't have a top 5
Giannis
pick,
was 15.
But hey, the Jazz might get a top 5 pick in 2029, so it's going to be okay.
Giannis was pick 15.
Very
We'll
promising.
come back to this when I am 34 years old.
Well,
and we'll talk about it. We'll grade that.
And
trade
Giannis
then.
was, and I'll give you that. That is one in the last 10 years, and they had to wait how many years for him to develop. Like, I mean, this ain't no quick. I mean, Utah is literally 2029 away from being relevant again. But I
wouldn't go that
get
far.
While we're on the Cavs, like, you know, when James said he hinted towards I would like to come back home again, and like you're the Cavs, you're not giving up all you.
You can't build. Well, you don't want to mess that up.
Heck no.
Because they got core players.
I'd say screw him at this point.
They got core players that's
Screw
5 years or so. They're going to be good.
Well, let's talk about the story. Cleveland's the big winner here. I mean,
absolutely.
They got a superstar.
Every time a player in this type of trade gets the one that gets the player most likely.
They got a star that's not going to have to be an absolute superstar.
And that's what he doesn't need to. He doesn't need
He's
to
not going to have to be a.
That's
I'm going
right.
to go out here and get 40, and we're going to win. He's got Garland. Jarrett Allen is like super underrated in my opinion.
Yes,
he's been legit since he got into the league almost. So you got two really good guys to play alongside.
You haven't
who's
mentioned
the big,
Evan Mobley.
I was about to say the big guy from USC who's top notch too.
And he turned it on. He turned into a great
Well,
player.
you don't even know what his ceiling is yet. I mean, he's still raw.
He's still like 19 or 20. Probably.
Yeah, so
he's going to be good.
I'm going to be interested to see how the backcourt is with those two back there, though.
They're both undersized.
They're undersized, and Donovan has to have the ball in his hand a lot. He's not a good off the ball player.
Garland was initially drafted to be the two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So they both can play the two, so they're both kind of just combo guards.
Yeah,
and it doesn't hurt to not necessarily have one primary, but have two that can.
No, it's not.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Well, and Cleveland's problem last year was health. Man, they never had their full team hardly the whole year.
Yeah, they had injury concerns for sure. There's a stat that I wanted to read out, just kind of comparing what Donovan Mitchell and Colin Sexton is at given certain times. So Donovan Mitchell's, I believe it was his third year, and Colin Sexton's third year. It was their age 22 and age 23 seasons. Here were their stats: 24 points, 24.3 points, 4.3 assists, 4.4 assists, 4.4 rebounds, 3.1 rebounds, 1.0 steals, 1.0 steals, 37% from three, 37% from three, 45 from the field, 47 from the field. Wasn't a ton of difference between Sexton and Mitchell right there in that third year for both of them. So
but it's just the fact that Mitchell has taken a step, and they would rather get a proven commodity.
Is Sexton about to go to Utah and take a step?
So that's the thing.
With who?
You don't know.
But with who?
Himself being
he
the
gets
one.
to be by himself. And
Congratulations.
Just back,
exactly. Just go and the stats will look better because he's got nobody else to be that goes around him. So, yeah, I mean,
field goal percentage will go down because he's going to shoot 30
he's going to shoot.
game.
Exactly.
But with what they traded, Markkanen, not a bad big at all.
Oh, no.
He's
I
a
like
solid
Markkanen.
big.
I hate Cleveland had to give him up in that trade, but yeah.
Ochai Agbaji, who was a lottery pick this year.
But he's like
a
25,
good,
so.
He's not that old. He's like 23, but he's a good.
That's super old.
But he's not going to be a superstar.
He's not, but he's going to go in this year, average at least 10. I mean, he was going to contribute to Cleveland this year. He's a good player, and then from the Gobert trade, you got Walker Kessler, who we talked might provide almost
more
kind of a
offense
mini
than
Gobert stat line
with offense,
but with offense, exactly.
Yeah. And then who else did they get from them? Well, Beverly, who they traded for Taylor Horton-Tucker, who he's got the talent. Is he going to come in and maybe get that bigger role and do a little bit?
Maybe.
If not, oh well. At least you got the shot from him. You got Bogdanovich, who's still there. If you keep him, he can be a number two. He can provide that stat line scoring wise. Last year he averaged 18.
They're trying to trade him.
But if you trade him, you're getting a first round back at least, if not a young player.
Yeah,
because they got a first for Royce O'Neal.
He'll be a first rounder probably 2027.
They got a first for Royce O'Neal. So if they get a first for him, they can get a first for Bogdanovich and Jordan Clarkson.
If I'm a contender, I'm going to get Bogdanovich.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Bogdanovich and Clarkson are their next two pieces they're looking at, and both could honestly bring in a good
It's
haul.
Donovan Clarkson. There was one more that they were also.
I mean, Mike Conley's still there.
Conley, that was another one that they said.
His contract's probably a little immovable.
It's not a good contract, but you get a contender team, let him be a backup point guard for a team.
What I've seen a lot of recently is the Jazz calling up the Lakers again, taking on Westbrook, and almost
contract.
Yeah, either telling Westbrook come in and lead the team for a bit, or just come in and sit kind of like John Wall. But yeah, we don't want to go too much on NBA.
LSU game.
Yeah, LSU game's coming on in about an hour.
Oh,
so
let's go.
Yeah, the Mitchell trade. Mitchell's going to help out Cleveland a lot. They'll be top 5 seed. I don't want to go top 3 yet, just because you got the Bucks who are going to be good. Celtics are going to be good. Miami's still Miami.
Yeah.
You
don't know about the Nets.
The Nets have the freaking talent. They can still do it. It's going to be fun. It makes the East a little more interesting. So
They should still make the playoffs.
yeah, and then Philly, who I think is going to take a step up this year. Atlanta's still around there. They're adding DeJounte Murray. It's going to be fun.
Maybe they boot Atlanta out.
They should go from a play-in team to a playoff team.
Yeah.
That's good. So that's a step, and their core is young, really young.
Very.
I mean, you're looking at Jared Allen, 24 years old, Evan Mobley, 21, Darius Garland, 22, Donovan Mitchell, 25. You got to be excited.
Yeah, they pick up a shooter, and then maybe a true center.
Well, and you still got
that
you still got
bring
Kevin
off the
Love.
bench.
Kevin
Allen's
Love's
a
sitting
true
around there
center.
that can.
It's a good player to
he
come
can
off the
play,
bench
yeah.
for you.
I forgot about Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that he went to that
Cleveland
bench
fans
role
do
last
too.
year.
A good guy in the locker room
Oh yeah, definitely good vet.
for those young guys they got.
All right, so college football, it's back.
Back.
Yes, it is.
Finally.
All the way back.
All
and
the way back.
Start out with a bang Thursday
Yes,
night. With
Thursday
the
was a great day.
backyard brawl. It'd been gone for 7 years.
It's a shame that
I know. Thanks, conference realignments.
Mm-hmm. Stupid.
Still,
West Virginia becoming the Big 12.
mean,
that
don't be
stupid
scared and play them in the non-conference.
Yeah.
Like you don't just because you're not in the conference
you
anymore.
can still play.
Yeah.
But if I would have loved to have been in that atmosphere.
It looked insane.
And one
It
thing
really
about
did.
that game, you see the transfers right off the bat.
Oh,
you
that's
got,
all you
both of
see.
them's got 2 quarterbacks in new places.
JT Daniels and
Former Trojans.
I mean, it was the Trojan War.
Them used Trojans.
Yeah, the youth Trojans were in full effect Thursday night.
I was speaking no, not the Trojans. Speaking of the backyard brawl,
I used a Trojan in the backyard brawl last night.
the girls at backyard brawls, I don't think they would be worried about Trojans. But on sports books, man, you know how they give you those pre-made, like the backyard brawl. There was a special for JT Daniels to throw 2 touchdowns and the other boy,
Slovis.
yeah,
Slovis.
to throw 2 touchdowns. Man, those are sucker bets. Like
yeah.
I'm done with those.
There's a reason they put them on there.
yeah,
Exactly.
for suckers.
Because they never hit.
It
They
looks
never
so
hit.
Ty is a big
look,
sucker.
Like tonight.
Plus 600. Come
2
on.
touchdowns. That's easy.
Tonight, in which these odds have went down, but tonight there's LSU and Booty. LSU win, Booty
saw
scores
that.
a touchdown, and it looks so good on paper. But LSU will win, and Booty won't. He'll get tackled on the 1.
I'll take that booty. I would take that booty one.
Do you take that
Do you
Booty?
not
That's-
It's such a hard bet, though.
Do you not remember last year?
No, I know, I get it, and that's and you use all those
I know,
things
yeah.
to place that
Hey,
bet.
This is the
and they-
one-off week he has.
Vegas knows.
I know-
Vegas
Oh,
knows.
they do, and they know, and they know.
They're not losing money.
It would shock me in the dome. He doesn't score one.
I know.
It
I know.
Would, it would shock me.
I know.
Those spreads yesterday, they were freaking insane.
Yeah.
The Georgia-Oregon under, the line was 54, or I got it at 54.5. It was 52.
Yeah.
UTEP and Oklahoma, their spread was 31.5. UTEP lost by 32. So, it's so crazy how that
they
number
always
hits.
know it.
Yeah.
They're so good at their job.
Arkansas was -6.5. Arkansas wins by 7.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand how they can get so close.
Well,
and it's like not
It's
just
rigged.
one game.
It's rigged.
Yeah. Conspiracy.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, in the fourth
And
quarter
then you
of
see
that
a
Georgia game, it hit the 52-point mark with 14 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Yeah.
So it hung up for almost 15 whole minutes.
Yeah,
That's-
Georgia
of
scored
game time.
49 points in 3 quarters essentially, and then didn't score again.
It's almost like Kirby might have had some money on the line.
I had the under. I had the under on that game, and I was like, man, I'm screwed right here.
Thank you, Bo Nix.
I'm done. And then I come over here, and it's like 8 minutes left. I was like, oh, man, I have a shot. And then it got 5 minutes, 3 minutes. I was like, oh, my gosh, they're going to do it. Then they had a goal line stand on 4th down, Georgia did.
Goal line stand to win 49-3.
Yeah.
What a bloodbath that was.
Can we get it out there? Oregon's overrated every freaking year.
Every single
year. Them and Iowa are the most overrated schools in the country.
And that coach went to Oregon to win a national title. I can't think of his name right now, but that's why he went to Oregon.
Kirby's old assistant, yeah.
And
Danning or Dunning?
Something like that.
I just went blank. Yeah.
I mean, it's heads and heels of recruiting between the two.
Well, I mean,
Phil Knight can have all the money he wants over there.
It's still
if you don't have the talent in your state,
you're not getting that 6'8" tight end.
Holy crap! Washington,
who's like the third
did y'all
string?
See that?
Yeah, he's not even the starter.
That was unreal. Reed Gilbert's sitting there at 3rd string.
Yeah.
The guy from LSU.
That's what he gets.
I mean, he does. He's got some issues. He's 6'6", 260. I mean, he's the 3rd string.
I
he's
wonder
going to go to the NFL and be good. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, he will.
He's going to get picked up 6th or 7th round, maybe 5th when he tests well at the combine, and he's going to be an absolute stud in the NFL.
Somebody will use him right.
They'll figure it out.
Well, I think what we learned this past weekend or week is that SEC is awesome, destroying people again. Yeah. We didn't lose a game, did we?
And it confirmed what I've known for
tonight,
4 years.
We'll go undefeated after this game coming up tonight with LSU.
Be 14-0 hopefully after tonight.
And most games were like the huge blowouts.
Plus 345 in the scoring differential in the SEC.
Yeah, wow. we dominated.
Even Vanderbilt is representing.
Right. I mean,
2-0, huh? 2-0.
Yeah, I like that coach, by the way. He's sounds like a good guy. But yeah, no, I think the game that kind of I guess shocked me was Cincinnati, and more power to them. I mean, they put up a fight. It looked like I really didn't.
They got a good program.
They got a good program.
I watched some of that game, and there's a lot of mistakes by both sides.
Well,
ugly game.
Well, Cincinnati they had a touchdown early in the 4th, late in the 3rd, but it got called back for holding. Then they had like 2 false starts on the punt. Like they had a punt. They had a punt pinned inside the 5.
Right?
They had a punt pinned inside the 5, but there was a false start or something, and it had to come back. And then that punt was a touchback. So just so many things went the wrong way. And Arkansas didn't look that good, honestly.
No, neither team did.
Well, Arkansas never looked real good.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't look good all year last year. They just kept winning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be ugly football. That's what Sam Pittman's.
Well, speaking of Sam Pittman, did y'all see the interview after? I got to say it. So,
I did too.
After watching it, I'm like, I love this guy. He's like, they asked him, what you going to do? He's like, I'm not promoting it, but I love some old cold beer. I think I'm going to go have one.
Yeah, and the announcer said, it looks like he's more than just a one can kind of guy, too.
Yeah. And then somebody's like, I think it's a case.
I got a friend that's a huge Arkansas fan, and he says like the fan base just absolutely loves him.
Oh, I can see why.
Well, he fits right in.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
He's just a good old country boy.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to do what Arkansas should be. He's going to keep them relevant. Is he going to ever win anything? No. Arkansas's never going to win anything. But he's going to
they're going to have some special games. They're going to win some big games. They're not supposed
they'll win the games they're supposed to.
They're going to win some basketball games.
That's right.
If you go back to Ryan Mallett days, was it Mallett, McFadden? McFadden. Were they there together?
Felix Jones.
Felix.
I don't know if
Mallett was right there after.
They were not the same. Because that's why McFadden was playing quarterback. They were playing the
Wildcat.
Wildcat because they didn't have a quarterback.
God, who was the white guy?
Wild Hog.
Jones.
Matt Jones.
Jones.
Yeah.
The brothers. There's 2 of them.
Cocaine.
But they had 3 running backs. What was the
Yeah,
white guy?
red hair. He got drafted by the Jaguars.
Yep.
Hillis. They had Hillis too.
Yeah,
they had
Peyton Hillis.
3-headed
That dude was
monster.
a freak, man.
That was one
I
of.
forgot about Mac Jones. Wow.
Yeah.
But some of the other, I guess, notable games. Yeah, we talked Thursday night a little bit about the backyard brawl. That was a good game.
Yeah, Pitt came through and won.
Yeah.
Hey, that under radar game with the Purdue
Penn State
game.
That was a good.
That was a good game.
Yeah, come down to the end.
After the backyard brawl, you flip it over, and it was it was a good one. It wasn't excitement of the backyard brawl, but it was still a good game.
I watched Oklahoma first game with Will Venables. I mean, they played UTEP, so it's hard to tell a big difference, but I mean, they look good.
They kind of look the same.
Yeah.
Can I bring up the best barn burner?
What you
got? Ready?
Which one?
Iowa.
Oh
Hawkeyes.
7-3, and they
7-3,
score a touchdown.
And if you looked at the score, you were like, man, touchdown field goal. Au contraire, Pierre. 2 freaking safeties.
Did you see that?
And a field goal.
Did you see the headlines they had on an article about the win this morning? It said Iowa victory, and they took the O out of Iowa and out of victory.
That's about right.
I think the real big barn burner for the weekend was North Carolina App State.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a crazy game.
That was insane.
So App State scores 40 points in the fourth quarter to come back and have a chance to win, and they missed the 2-point conversion.
That's close to a record.
Did you see they missed the first 2-point conversion? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
The first 2-point.
Yeah.
The guy
wide
was
open.
too wide open.
Yes.
Missed that. And then you're like, oh, ball game's over with. And for a few bettors out there, you're like, oh, ball game's over.
App State was actually the favorite in that game. Didn't know that. -3.
And then
It was at home. It was at App State.
Yeah.
Did y'all see Mac Brown dancing after the game was over with?
2 things on that. One, if I'm a North Carolina fan, I'm absolutely pissed.
Oh,
I know I'm a
sorry.
basketball
Real
school.
quick. Let me cut you off. You want to know who their defensive coordinator is?
Yeah.
Good old Gene Chizik.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
You should have left his ass in Appalachian State.
I mean, if you're North Carolina
He had a
fan,
good 3 quarters.
I'm sitting there, and I just gave up 40 freaking points
How's he not fired today?
to App State.
6
In
touchdowns.
1 quarter.
And
6
my
touchdowns.
coach is in the locker room dancing and celebrating after that victory, and that just shows where Max is in his career. He don't care. He's just riding it out.
He's just having a good time.
having a
Jump
good time.
man.
Well, what I think's funny about that, though, he had to have been at home practicing that dance because it was like
it was a rhythm.
choreography.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Like he'd been standing in front of the mirror, like
Obviously,
working on that.
they've not been working on special teams because the old boy just falls on that onside kick. The game's over.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's hard. I mean, I know he's probably a freshman or sophomore getting special teams time in. He sees the freaking field, end zone. He's going to do it. But I thought, though, no, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm thinking the other way around. It's like I thought you couldn't return them, but that's if the kicking
I think,
team.
Yeah. Would y'all like to know the loser coach of the week? Any guess where it came from?
Louisiana
I mean,
Tech.
No.
I mean, he won, but Scott Frost.
No, even worse, Scott Frost. I wish I had his name. Southern Mississippi. Southern Miss. He's 2-13 since last year.
Oh,
So
wow.
I guess this is his second year. In the press conference, he called out the fans for not being there.
Ooh.
He won't be there much longer.
He won't be there long.
Ooh.
2-13.
I went and watched them when UTEP
It's
played
'cause the
out
fans
there
weren't
last
there. Is
year.
that why you're
they,
tuning there?
They sucked. They sucked last
You
year.
bring up Nebraska, and they almost lost.
Dude, yeah, it was
lost.
close.
Yeah,
38-17.
Frost
They pulled away.
is not going
No,
to make it another game or two
No.
if he don't get it
He
together.
won't make it out of Big Ten play, probably.
I don't think
but
he will.
cool thing about that, A.J. Allen from Neville
Yeah.
scored
He
his first touchdown.
Yeah.
11 carries, 58 yards, and a touchdown for true freshman.
That's one that I kind of didn't like seeing leave the state. I kind of wouldn't mind him. I know, but I
don't
think
know if he's
We got
LSU.
so many better
Yeah.
coming back.
Dude, we let
Man.
Dakotas leave.
we do. Yeah,
Dakota's wasn't good, though.
He hasn't
That's
touched the field.
yeah. I don't think the Colts will touch the field.
why. Yeah. I'm fine with AJ leaving because we got Trey Holly next year.
I know, but
he was immediately going to.
you're about to lose your whole room you got right now.
Well, we got that
I would
other dude
I would
coming
have liked
next
a
year,
little
that
death.
Jackson guy.
Yeah, I mean you got two,
We're
but
fine. We're fine.
in
We're
my
LSU.
in my opinion, running back you should always get one in the class every year.
What about
that
is
and a
it
quarterback.
Blackwell, the tackle, the Neville kid? Not
Campbell?
Blackwell. Campbell.
Yeah,
Starting tonight,
First
huh?
start
Starting
tonight. True
left
freshman
tackle. At left
in the
tackle.
dome.
The hardest
Yeah.
position to play
Yes.
besides quarterback.
I was watching.
How do you think he's feeling right? There's got to be nerves.
There's nerves.
I wonder if he's
one, it
played in there before.
One, it helps he's playing in the dome.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, state
So
championship.
yeah,
they have.
So
Okay.
that's helped. Two, he's been up against B.J. Ojolari, Allie Gay. I mean, Mason
It's been
Smith,
best on best all
yeah,
camp.
he's
So.
been. So I don't know if Florida State has that kind of a caliber he's going to be facing against. And he's got
Will Anderson in a couple months. That might be a
different story. That's a different story.
Maybe Campbell needs to be hurt that game.
He also has a former All-American last year from FIU that's going to be beside him at left guard.
Yeah, Frazier.
Miles Frazier. That'll help him a little tonight on that. But yes, I guarantee there's a little nerve still.
So I guess he's okay though. I heard he was in a walking boot.
Who's that?
Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell's good.
He's good to go.
Yeah, I was watching.
I saw he was in a walking boot around campus.
Hey,
He said
maybe
droppings.
Maybe that's the new style.
I was watching
on a scooter too
in the dome just a minute ago taking warm ups. They were showing him.
Hey, fun thing about Southern Miss. So they've got Frank Gore Jr. and he had 32 carries, 178 yards, 2 touchdowns.
God, I'm good.
They threw 13 passes as a team. He threw 4 of them.
Wow.
And completed 1 for 48 yards.
Call him Booby Miles.
Yeah, he's everything to that team. But yeah.
Well, you talked about the coach that had the worst day. The player that had the worst day had to be
the Iowa quarterback.
No, East Carolina.
The kicker
East
for
Carolina.
Eastern Carolina.
Ooh.
So he missed an extra point to tie the ball game.
Yeah.
Then, with like 2 minutes or something left, they stopped him, held him. He got
the ball back, bring it down
to kick a field goal to win it. Or was it win it or
yeah?
tie?
No, to win it.
To win it.
To win it.
They were down 1.
That's right. He's down 1, and he missed again. So he missed 2 kicks within 3 minutes.
Yeah. And that extra point was not even close.
No.
Not even close.
And the field goal wasn't like
he
crazy.
pushed it the other way.
It wasn't real
Yeah.
long. I mean, just crazy long either.
42 yards. Yeah.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not allowed to be in a room by himself.
And I really
They
hope
left him in North Carolina.
really hope he deleted all his social media accounts.
Yeah, for his own
that's-
sake.
Just stay off of it. It's a losing battle.
But you know that gets in your head. He might not be the same the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Well, I
kickers,
mean, look,
them kickers are
while
head
we're
cases.
talking
Yes.
about kickers, the kicker that Tampa Bay drafted out of Florida State.
Aguayo.
Yeah, they drafted him
Second
high.
round.
His first year, missed a few kicks.
He struggled in camp that year. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be the sure thing.
Were they on Hard Knocks that year?
I'm not sure.
They were close to that time.
I think they were on Hard Knocks.
They
this
were
year.
because he got a lot of film coverage of him.
Back to LSU real quick. What are we thinking Brian Kelly's going to wear tonight? We're going purple polo, white polo.
Nice.
Purple.
I wish
Yellow.
I think he's going with the little zip up, the zip
'Cause,
jacket.
I mean, I know probably nobody else has thought about that, but we're used to seeing Coach O wearing that same purple polo for the past 4 years. With his khaki pants.
Yeah.
Does he go hat or no
Give me a
hat?
gold
Visor.
Or visor?
He's going visor. He's going
See,
visor.
He seems like a guy that wear nothing.
it's going to be nice, man.
He's a visor guy.
He's
He's
nice
coming
little
naked?
change.
Yeah.
That's a bold cotton strategy.
Hey, it's New Orleans.
Speaking
New
of-
Orleans,
speaking-
fresh off Bourbon Street.
Speaking of kickers, I'm a little nervous about tonight in our kicking situation. If we comes down to that,
God, I hope it don't.
I'm really nervous. We've been spoiled for the last about 5 years of kickers, phenomenal kickers. Cole Tracy, Kay York, and so I'm really. Yeah.
Well, let's be up like 21 and not have to worry about that.
I don't
Well,
think it's
hey,
going to be
bingo.
close enough. Or I'd hope not.
Well, I hope not either. But I'm telling you, I'm nervous about my extra points because from what I've heard and what I've seen in practice, it's not been
I
pretty.
can make an extra point.
They just picked the kicker out Monday.
That is
Like
true.
it's
I just
not.
wanted to keep it close to the chest.
Yeah, it's not a tactical thing. It's not like they were doing it just
So
because.
we're not kicking a 40-yard field goal today. Huh?
Oh God, no! They're going for it. I promise you, they're not. And even Brian Kelly in the press conference said that earlier this week. I just have to trust him. I have to just send him out there and trust him. So
Well,
I
we're
mean,
going to have to get that right.
I'm
You're
sure
playing
we just get
Alabama
a
or
kicker,
somebody.
like-
we have 2 of the top 2
But
kickers
that's
in the
what I was
last
about to
2
say.
classes.
That's what I was about to say. I thought we just had a big signing.
Back to the head
I-
case.
To LSU, Bama, kickers never matter in that game. They're guaranteed at least one miss from each.
Yeah.
No matter how good or how bad
it's
they
Damian-
are.
Whoever makes it, a lot of times is going to be the winner. Of that
It's
game.
Damian Ramos who's kicking tonight, and he was the number 2 ranked kicker in the country. He's out of like Michigan.
Well, look, Brian Kelly trusts his southern accent more than he does his kicker right now.
That is true.
I'm telling you, I'm nervous about it. That's the only nerves I have about tonight, and our offensive line holds up. But anyway, back to college football. this week.
Afternoon game, probably the last one that we haven't talked about. Houston, UTSA. Great game. in San Antonio. UTSA is a fringe top 25 team. They're probably right around.
They should
they're
be
top
in there.
40. Yeah, they're really good.
That place was packed.
Yeah.
They've done.
How many overtimes was that?
Three.
Yeah,
37,
Shout out
35.
to Frank
Houston
Wilson,
pulled
kind
it
of
out.
building that roster up, getting that program back. I know he didn't win, and I know he didn't, but I mean he did a lot of the legwork to get that program back.
They've got a lot of talent. Their quarterback's legit. Frank Harris. Last year when UTEP played him, he killed them. I don't know where their running back went. Sincere McCormick. He might have went pro. I don't know, but he was really good last year. But looks like UTSA is going to be probably the CUSA favorite. I mean, if they're playing with Houston like that,
they're going to blow Tech out. That's for sure.
Yeah, they are. Their offense is legit. What else? USC put up 66 on Rice.
Yeah,
they had 3 pick sixes.
Let's don't go much in
That's
that.
fun.
We'll wait and let them play somebody before we start talking about that.
Yeah, let's talk about the Florida-Utah game.
Yeah, probably
that's the game.
What a moment, baby.
That was a crazy game.
What a moment that was for us in this studio last night.
It wasn't very important.
Video to come?
No, absolutely not.
Dude, hey, I'm all for release the video because that's all natural.
That was all natural.
That was great.
Because none of us we all kind of
man.
didn't realize the camera was rolling last night when
I
that
forgot
happened.
I had no clue. I had no clue.
That can be the poster video for the sports gambling voting in Jacksonville.
Oh, we go viral for that video.
And it's the pure
all,
emotion.
yeah,
He just
it's
ripped
all
his shirt
natural.
off, and he's just like,
I don't even remember standing up. And I do not remember that at all.
I didn't know Kyle stood up and started doing like
I
that.
did.
Praise God, like with his hand. I didn't even remember him doing that.
I don't remember any of it. All I remember is Ty's shirt going off. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Like, that's all.
And Ty dropping to the floor.
And Ty dropping to the floor, laying there for an hour. But I mean, I don't.
And then us wondering if he actually caught the interception.
Yeah, and we never got a review at all.
Ty's laying on the ground. Someone's like, "Oh, it's coming back."
But what a play for Florida!
What a play.
I mean, that was crazy.
Well, and I was about to say is that unfortunately, yes, I was watching the game, but knowing the bet, like today when I saw the that scramble, the Florida scramble, the fake
2-point conversion,
pump fake thing.
yeah, the 2-point.
How is he not tackled there?
Last night, I really didn't realize how awesome of a play that was.
Well, I look down because we're drafting. I look down, I look up, and he's like out in the flat. The receiver's wide open. I was like, well, that's a good play.
Yeah.
And then I'm like you. I get home last night, and I look at the
a pump
replay.
fake 360.
Yeah. He could have easily failed, been tackled. I mean, there was so much that could have went wrong there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was insane. And, hey, good win for Billy Napier. I mean, that's a big win for him.
And
get the program going
Huge
there.
win for him.
I like Billy.
I do too. I like him a lot.
And I'm glad he got that win.
Yeah. Now
So-
I'm afraid I'm
Now,
not
screw
going
him
to
in a
like
couple
him.
weeks.
But
Yeah.
screw him in a
years.
couple weeks.
Yeah.
But I would question. There was a few. I mean, yes, I know I'm sitting here and not there, but there were a few bad play calls
Yes.
on 3rd and 4th down.
4th and 3.
Yeah.
On the one that we were talking about last night when he puts a guy in motion and then he turns around and looks at the running back. I mean, it's too slow to develop.
That
could
could have went south so bad.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And the Anthony Richardson's getting all the, I guess, the positive hype and everything after last night, but only 17 for 24, 168 yards.
Yeah, he's
that's
not a
that's
passer.
not
That's not a top 10 pick like everybody's making him sound.
Hold on just a second on that. The one thing, and I don't know why Dan Mullen didn't fix it, and I think Billy Napier will fix it, Florida's receivers are not good. Haven't been good in a couple of years. He doesn't have much to throw to. And it's
number one
crazy
receiver
to
was
think
White.
that. It's crazy. And I want you to think back, even the last probably 8-9 years, Florida's receivers haven't been that great. Tell me, other than Percy Harvin, tell me the last receiver Florida's had in the first round, second round that you loved.
Kadarius Toney.
Tony.
He's a big one.
And
he ain't doing nothing.
And I mean, so
Van
he's not,
Jefferson.
Aaron Hernandez.
There's a reason.
Aaron Hernandez was a killer tight end, man.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
May his legend forever reign.
But there's a reason why he's not, and I don't think he's gonna have big throw numbers. He doesn't have a lot of weapons he's throwing to.
I thought you were about to say there's a reason why Aaron Hernandez died. I was about to say, yeah, there was.
There's definitely that.
His legend will always hang
I
around.
didn't think Richardson, ain't that the quarterback's name? He didn't look bad at all.
No,
He can move.
he's got talent, man.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's lost some weight.
Definitely a dual
Thank
threat
you.
quarterback, but
Well, he's a quarterback wearing 15 in Florida. He's got to be good.
hey.
I can't
He's not a lefty,
like you
though.
said last night. That number should be retired.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
The fact 15 is still being used
And hey,
on there.
LSU has not given out 9 this year, so that's promising.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think.
promising. Shout out to Brian.
That's
okay?
right.
Good for Brian.
Exactly. Because it's not going to be war again ever. It's going to go up in the Rafters with Cannon.
we
and
retired?
Glenn Dorsey.
Who wore number 9 for LSU?
Just kidding.
Awkward silence.
Just kidding.
No,
Justin
was it
Jefferson?
Billy Cannon.
What was that?
Glenn
that
Dorsey.
strong
Justin
safety?
Jefferson, right? Number 9?
Just yeah.
That weird
Brandon
strong
Harris.
safety on the other side of the
Ooh.
ball. Brandon Harris, what, 9? He was
No,
6.
he was 14. wasn't
Harris
he?
was 6.
No, he was 6. He was 6. He
Yeah.
was 6.
Tyron was 14.
Yeah, but with his freshman year.
Well, that was
Yeah.
Tyron's 7. Yes. That's Tyron.
Yeah, the real one.
When you
The
hear
Honey
7,
Badger is 7.
when you
Tyron
hear
is 14.
yeah,
That's
when
right.
you hear LSU number 7, who do you think of?
Tyron.
Tyron's my answer.
I absolutely do. I don't care.
Pat Pete.
Pat Pete.
Pat Pete.
Or
yeah,
how
but I
about
don't care.
Allie Highsmith?
That's a good one.
It's Tyron.
One of my
That was before the time.
That was that's and one of my favorite linebackers ever come to LSU.
Yeah,
He don't get the credit he deserves.
No, he does
man.
not.
I don't know how he wasn't good in the NFL,
Yeah.
man.
That was Charles's days, right?
When Allie was there.
Allie,
yeah.
It was. Yeah, I loved Allie Highsmith.
Before we go too much
Dude,
LSU,
he was so good.
it's LSU time,
back on
Clay.
track.
God.
Well,
We're all wearing purple and gold except for you and Ty. So,
let's finish out Louisiana schools. Tulane won big, 42-10. Louisiana beat Southeastern.
No.
To this day, this
ULL.
podcast will never say
ULL.
that. Thank you.
ULL.
I was just reading off the app. 24-7, ULL beat Southeastern. Grambling lost 58-3 to my future alma mater, Red Wolves, Arkansas State.
Hey, did you hit your parlay?
Huh?
Did you hit your parlay?
No, Utah.
Oh,
Yeah.
everybody was over here cheering.
Yeah.
Oh, Clay's over here suffering.
I owe you $10.
You owe him $10, Ty. That's right.
My $5 parlay lost because of Utah.
But he already put that.
And
sorry, I was so-
ULM had a close game with Texas.
Yeah, ULM only lost 52-10. They were close for like the first quarter. Actually, I didn't know because I wasn't watching the game, obviously. But ULM picked off Ewers' second pass. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's all downhill after that.
yeah, definitely.
Nothing was good after that, but yeah, there was some little.
I guess last big game, Ohio State Notre Dame.
I thought you were going to talk about Hawaii.
Well,
Ohio State their offense didn't do what everybody
They
thought
didn't
they was
blow it
going to do.
away, but once you look at the stats, they had the numbers everywhere. I mean,
Can
Stroud,
finish the drives.
24 for 23, 223
24
yards.
for 23 is not possible.
24 for 34.
There you go.
Well, I can tell you-
223 yards, 2 touchdowns.
To me, though, Stetson Bennett's got to be the leading for the Heisman right now because he definitely outplayed.
Until you see
Stroud.
Jaden Daniels tonight.
Bryce Young, did you see his numbers? I mean, yeah, he played Utah State.
Stetson
but-
Bennett, 368 with 2
I was-
touchdown
I
passes and
was
a
shocked.
rushing touchdown.
They
Oh,
put up
368.
numbers like that.
Well,
I was shocked.
Bryce Young, 195 and 5 touchdowns, and then 100 rushing and a touchdown. So,
Speaking of Louisiana teams, and I know we don't have any probably listeners, but Nickel State, who's been really good FCS team in the last few years, making a lot of playoff wins. You know, and
Yeah.
they got beat freaking 48-7
by who?
to South Alabama. Like that shocks me.
Yeah,
there.
but that's an up in talent still. You know, South
Yeah.
Alabama, that's Sun Belt. So
Yeah, no, and I
and South Alabama's one of the better ones, I guess. They're not a bad program at all. They
No.
produce some talent.
no, and Man East got blown out by Montana State 40-17 too. So just
Something I wasn't fully locked in on the Ohio State Notre Dame game because we had Utah and Florida on. What's his name? Jackson Smith and Jigba, whatever. He had 2 catches for 3 yards. Did he get hurt? I feel like something had to have happened.
Why, you talking about Notre Dame?
We would have known.
No, for Ohio State, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I don't know.
He had to have been hurt
We would have known.
because he's
about
like
that.
he's like a first-round pick this year.
He's like the second wide receiver taken.
Yeah, I hate we couldn't watch that
Behind
game
Butte.
much last night because of our draft. But on that Notre Dame game, all I'm hearing from these Notre Dame podcasters and announcers and whatever is how Brian Kelly was holding back their offense. That Brian Kelly just couldn't get the off. He was Tommy Reese just wait till he don't have Brian Kelly anymore. What he's going to do? Yeah.
Njagba had a leg injury.
Yeah, I see that now.
Notre Dame had a total of 253 yards on offense. So I don't think it's quite the Brian Kelly effect there on their offense.
Yeah.
I like that.
I love that.
I like
a little
that.
breaking news. Harold Perkins is wearing number 40 now instead of 10. I think I remember of a linebacker that just wore number 40 pretty recently.
I
in
like
our
that a lot.
local kid and Devin White there. So I love that actually. Man.
That's odd.
God, I'm ready.
Why would they change like that, though, so late?
He
That's
was
weird.
number 10, too. That's a cool
10's
number.
a better number than 40.
But, hey,
as a linebacker, though, seeing a 10, you know he's got to be good if he wears that.
Oh, it's true.
Or if you're number 40 at LSU.
Anywhere can wear 40.
It's
Anyone
true.
can wear 40.
Yeah, but we might have some flashbacks of him flying over the field because he
might have
kind of
gotten
looks
told
like that.
Yeah, he might have gotten told that you're about to be like the guy here in about a week or two.
But and
a positive
Marcus
if you're Notre
Freeman.
Dame, if you're Notre Dame, yeah, Marcus Freeman,
Defense-
defensive guy.
I think
guy.
you
You hold Ohio State to 21.
You take that as a win,
You
for
do.
sure.
Oh, they
without
played
a-
hard. I mean,
Yeah.
But
it was a close game.
But
for most of the
another
game.
thing, Notre Dame fans, all I've heard is Brian Kelly can win big games. Well, Marcus Freeman's 0-2 in his first 2 top 10 games.
Yeah.
So just throwing
Suck
that
it.
out there.
It's almost like they don't have good players.
Oh,
at offense.
Wait, you mean
almost like it's hard to get
you're
into
telling
that
me Brian
school.
Kelly just was not lazy on recruiting? He just couldn't get good players in Notre Dame, or what? 'Cause, I mean, apparently
I think
he was lazy and didn't recruit. But they won't talk about all their stuff.
But they almost got Walker Howard up there.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's not forget about that.
That's right.
You know, they
yeah,
almost
'cause
got
he was
Walker Howard,
almost
but he
going to-
sucks at recruiting.
I can't name a quarterback at Notre Dame since Kaiser,
Yeah, I mean
Exactly.
or
But-
one that's relevant.
But that was something that was
Kaiser wasn't
big
even
in the
that good.
recruiting for Walker
Or
Howard.
name me
that
some receivers that's
Notre
been
Dame was
drafted
really
that you're real
close.
high on. Exactly.
now they produce tight ends and offensive linemen.
Yeah,
but-
that's right. Well, because that's what you get up there in the Midwest.
That's what you
the
get in
Louisiana guy, Diggs, he only had 4 carries, 9 yards last night. 4th rusher.
Where was he from?
And
Down south?
and guys, we're talking about Ohio State's defense, who's the
Not
only
sure.
reason why they haven't won more national championships is because their defense is not good every year. It's always been bad. So
So
it's
that
not
tells
like-
you everything about Notre Dame's offense.
exactly. That's exactly right. So
Well,
I better
it's
not get started on
it's
that.
6:08.
Let's go.
We need to wrap it
LSU
up.
kicks off in
Let's go.
22 minutes. So
BK Air begins.
45
Right.
minute pod
So
right here.
excited.
Final
So
predictions.
We're going quarter zip though on the
Quarters.
attire.
He's gonna go the jacket with,
With
the
the-
quarter
with the
zip with the
visor.
visor. I think it's gonna
White
be.
quarter zip or purple?
I think it's gonna be
I think it's gonna be white.
I think it's gonna be white with the purple visor.
Yeah, with the khaki pants. It's gonna look
Khaki
good.
pants.
It's
Yeah,
gonna look good.
I like it.
excited.
I'm ready.
It's going to
Can't
wear
wait.
black. All black.
He did have a black LSU visor on in warm-ups
There we
earlier,
go.
but that's not the one he'll
Hey.
wear for game. He won't wear it for the game.
Let's bring some gold out.
Hey.
Gold polo.
I don't know what color jerseys we're going yet. I have not seen that, but
you
they're
know we're wearing white.
Yeah.
Come on.
but their warm-ups shirts and stuff were white and yellow
I
mixed.
thought they were gray.
It was gray with yellow in it.
Yeah.
Light gray or something.
Yeah,
Like, you don't see us bringing out the yellow a lot.
No.
So
Who knows?
we got change in the guard.
Final predictions,
I
final
love
predictions.
something new.
27-20, LSU.
I like. So you think we're gonna miss an extra point? Or we're
Yeah.
gonna get a couple
I've been
field
trying
goals?
to tell you, I'm nervous about the
Okay.
kicker. Yeah.
I got 28-10.
I'm going 31-13.
Ty, what's your prediction for tonight's game?
LSU.
I know what
prediction.
number you want it to be at.
I really hope it's not 28-10. I would be really depressed and sad.
34-10.
Ty,
Whew, 34-10 would be perfect.
I'm going 31-13. Josh?
28-17.
I like it.
Yikes. That's
All
not
right.
good either.
Well, there we go. Chop on. 1 game back in the division, baby.
Yeah, baby. Hey, Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols at home.
695.
5 away. Go
Go
the
away for
machine.
700.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Tigers, baby.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me.